My screen is visible, right? All of you.
Yes.
So today, our last section is Bastion host and NAND gateway, right? Of you.
NAT, yeah, we have completed NAT.
You completed NAND, right?
Yes.
So today we will go to load balancer. So anyone can say what is load balancer?
Dividing the
Anyone
load,
work? Sorry?
dividing the load over the like multiple EC2s, balancing it out when there is a need. It can scale up the load and scale down.
Yes. Scale up in the sense of
Not scale up, sorry. It will balance and it will divide the load, traffic, incoming traffic through different EC2 instances. Or
yes,
server.
right. That's right. That's right. Okay. So coming to application deployment, okay. Coming into application deployment, most probably we configuring the load balancer. So for example, we have a web app, we have a application, okay. Application deployment. Coming to production level application deployment, at least we need to set up a 2 machines, okay. This is a virtual machine 1 and this is a virtual machine 2. This is VM2. Okay, this is a normal standard way to deploy, I mean set up the machines before we are going to deploy any application, production level application. As we set up 2 machines and we make this as identical machines, okay. For example, what are things that we install in here? For example, deploying application, right? So that we need to install the dependency. Then the application code. App. Same thing we need to do here. Dependency, same application code. This is for, because if any machine is down, our application will be available, right? So that is the concern actually. So that we need to keep at least 2 machines. Got it? And coming to load balancer, in this case, we will set up a load balancer in front of this machine. You know, before we deploy application to a single server and take that machine IP, right? In this case, how we can take in 2 machines IP? So that we need to set up the load balancer, okay, in front of these machines. This is our load balancer. And configure the load balancer with our machines, okay, these 2 machines. And the load balancer gives a URL or a DNS name to access the application. So we will get the load balancer URL. Actually, that is a DNS, okay. Load balancer give the DNS and we can use that DNS to access our application. Then coming to load balancer, what actually happened? Now we are using this load balancer DNS, right? So using the DNS, we can access the application. So the request first hitting this load balancer. So the load balancer will take that request and distribute the incoming traffic or request, okay? Traffic or request. So load balancer take the request, okay, and distribute the request to the available machines. In here, we can see two machines are there. So if one person accessing that machine, so the load balancer take and send the request to the first machine. Same time, another machine and another person accesses the same application, load balancer take and send it to the next machine. So this is like the third request goes to the next mission, like the first mission, and this is a cycle process. Okay, so by default, load balancer using an algorithm round robin. Okay, so that's a working principle of a load balancer. For example, if one machine is down, no problem because the load balancer will routing that traffic to the available machines or the healthy machines. Okay. So for that, coming to AWS, if we need to configure load balancer, we need to create one more one more tool, not tool actually, it's a service that is targeted group. Target group. Okay. So it's a group that groups contain our targeted machines. So these two machines are our target machines for the load balancer. Got it. We can add more machines, okay, in this target group. So the load balancer will routing that request to the third machine as well. Anyone hand it out?
Do we need
So
to
this
create
is
any VPCs and subnets for the same, or just we can create instances and we can make use of the load balancer?
whenever we creating these all things, we need to define the VPC as well.
Okay,
Without network, we can do anything. I told you. That's why
agreed.
first we need to set up the VPC network. And inside the network, everything works.
Got it.
So whenever we configuring load balancer, it will ask AWS. The options are there. Okay, we need to define the VPC as well, corresponding VPC.
If not
We
in
can,
what is
yeah.
the option if it is like if you are not using AWS, what would be the option for the load balancer in other cases?
You mean Azure, right?
Azure and GCP?
Yeah, there is this service available in those platforms as well. These
Okay,
are the common, I mean, common approach, okay, to loading our incoming traffic. So there is option Azure as well.
okay.
Azure, we can see load balancer there. Then we need to configure the load balancer. That's all. So we can jump into the lab, right? We can set up set up a sample application, okay, into two machines. Then we can set up load balancer and try to access. Okay. So for that, first we launch one mission. Okay. Not one, two mission. For if we go with the two same mission, then we need to select here. Okay, under the summary, type two. So it will use two machines, and Amazon Linux is fine. T2 Micro also fine. Selecting keep where. Selecting existing VPC, public VPC, sorry, subnet, enable IP. Here we can open port, okay, or else we, after launching this machine, it will create a security group named like this, or else we can add here as well, okay. So I am adding here because this is a web application. So I just opening port number 80. So just select 80 and who can access under the source type. So anywhere. So all the internet people can access this application via port number 80. And launch mission. So in this case, it will create two machines. Okay, machine is up and ready. Go to instance. Okay. I will show you one more thing, okay. The user data part. So I will remove these machines. I mean terminating, and I will create from scratch again, okay. I'm going to start it again. And here type 2, okay, and select the machine. Select existing giveaway. So that's fine, okay. See, I open two port number for our machines, okay. One is 22 to access those machines, and the next thing is HTTP. That is, we opening port number 80 for accessing. I mean, need to expose the application, right? The web application. So the if anyone accessing the application, so the request came through the port number 80. If we close this port number, that is not, they can't access our application. Then this is a configuration part for the data, storage for a machine, the hard disk part, okay. So by default is 8 GB, we got 8 GB hard disk. So if you need more, then we can add more. And the type is GP3, okay. Then here, one more thing we are going to do, that is a user data, okay. User data is a script, okay, a small script that we can include whenever we configure the machine, okay. If we include any small script there, whenever the machine is booting, okay, after the boot, it will looking for the user data and it will automatically run the script. So for that, click on advanced, and here we can see user data. If we have any script, then we can add. The script means, for example, after configuring these machines, our requirement is we need to install Apache and we need to enable the Apache. So there is some manual effort there, right? So we can, if you have all the code, then we can put it here. Okay, so the machine automatically taking all the code. Got it. So we can type that. So this is a script format. Okay, this is bash actually. Okay, so coming to bash, bin bash. Okay, hit enter. Then we need to type all the commands. Okay, for example, yum update, right? First, for example, after configuring the machine, we log into the machine and type yum update to the package updating. Okay, package manager updation. So update. We can use a Y flag as well. Okay, so it will, whenever the yes or Y prompt, it will automatically take the yes. Okay, so we added that. The next thing is yum install -y http. Same command for installing Apache. httpd. So coming to AWS EC2, its name is httpd. Okay, for Apache web server. Then using systemctl. Systemctl enable http. Then we need to start. Got it. These are all things that we need to include. That's fine. One more thing we can do, like we can create a index.html file also using echo command. Okay, using echo command. Some header size we can include, for example, that is related to HTML syntax. Okay, H1. This is a font size actually. Okay, can type something. Okay, okay, this is fine. Now we need to close that H1 header. Okay, that is the H1 is for HTML. Okay, HTML header folder size H1 to H7. I think 7 folder size are there. So I close the H1. And we need to write this file. Okay, this is echo command is just echoing this text file. Okay, the content, this is a content, and after that we need to save this file. Okay, for saving we can add this arrow and type the file name. Okay, in this case I will add the entire path name also. Okay, so we can ensure that after echoing this content, it will automatically save to our corresponding directory where we are keeping our application code. So the directory is var www HTML, right? This is a default directory where we're keeping the application code of Apache web server. Then type the file name, that's all. So it will create the file name and save all things there. Got it. Now we can save, launch instance, that's all. So whenever the machine is launching, after the booting, okay, it will install the Apache and echoing that message and create file, and everything is fine. We don't need to log into the machine and configure these things. Okay, I'm just checking one of the machine, copy the public IP, and we can try, okay, if everything is fine or not. Like it and it will take some time, okay. In background, actually, it's static. Each command will run, okay, after the boot. So this is example of a bash script, okay. This is a second mission. Yeah, anyone have it out? We'll check, okay. For that, we need to log into the machine. Okay, 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 okay. See, the service is not started actually. I missed the one command actually, the sudo command. Okay, that's why I think it's rejected. So using systemctl, we need to type the sudo as well. Okay, in the bash script. Otherwise, now we can see the application is installed. See, the first command under the bash, the first one is taken. apt install Apache. Then the second thing, after installing the service, we need to start the service, right? So using systemctl. So for example, it's by default it's using a user, okay, not the user as a user. I'm just exit. Okay, now I am a EC2 user, a normal user. Okay, so as a normal user, we can try the systemctl command manually. So it will throw systemctl start httpd. See, failed to start the service. Access denied. That means the user, EC2 user, does not have the privilege to start the service. So that we need to use sudo as a root user. Okay, start httpd. Now it's fine. So the IP is 18, right? Just to go there. Index.html file created. See, cat index. We can cat it. Okay, so we can see the content. Okay. I will restart the service. Okay. Using systemctl, we can restart service as well. So going to connect to the next mission and do the same configuration. Can anyone try from your end? Just accessing the web content. I put in the chat, okay, the IP of the machine. Is that accessible? Can you try?
I cannot access.
Even I can't access.
Okay.
Can you show the bash script on that page again? Maybe there's some mistake there. We have to start the HTTP daemon on that in the script.
No. You can see the status is working actually. Active.
This IP address is different from the one that you put in the chat.
Now this is a second mission actually. This is for a second mission.
I just pasted the IP address and it says this is the application for load balancer.
Sorry?
Yeah, I can access it.
So you can access, right?
Yeah, in Chrome. Yeah.
Okay. So this is an issue, something cache issue, and that's why I put the RP to you. Okay.
Why can't we access?
That's a confusing issue. Some network issue, or can you try it again?
I did. I refreshed.
This IP2, okay. And
It could be because of HTTP not secure.
oh, okay, got it. See, remove the yes, okay. It will take. See, remove this. Now it's fine. So when I'm coming to both machines, you can see same current. So I'm changing the current, okay, for the one of the machine.
I had one question. If you had called it systemctl start HTTP SD, is there such a thing as HTTP secure daemon? Then would have worked with the usual secure.
Yep.
Oh.
Now you can access, right? All of you.
Yeah, I could access once I remove the secure. Yeah.
Yes.
S for secure.
Because you know what is the issue here happening in background. We'll draw the picture, okay. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is our mission. This is a mission, okay, the EC2 mission. We open the two portal, 22 and 80. 80 port is accessing for HTTP application. Okay, so that means HTTP request that will deliver via port number 80. So the URL look like this, okay, HTTP, then the URL or the IP, then the port number. That's for IT we didn't provide the port number because HTTP is defined here, okay. So it knows that is pointing to the port number 80 because the HTTP default port number is 80. So this is the URL, okay. So now we are trying with the first time trying with HTTPS. This is another protocol actually. So this protocol we need to open port 43. That's the port number. Got it. You got the difference, right?
Yes. You have to, with the
Yeah.
HTTPS daemon started, then the port has to be 443 to be open.
Yes. So before that is requesting to the 443 and we did not open the port number in EC2. That's why we faced the denied issue. So now we change to HTTPS to HTTP. So it will directly access our machines and we can see the application as well. So I'm going to quick launch one of the machine, okay. And I'm changing the content. So here you can see both contents are same. So coming to load balancer, we need to change one of the content. Okay, from here we can change. Change means just now the load balancer switching, okay. So I'm using different application or different HTML code. Okay, fine. Now 480, just a refresh here, we can see 2. Okay, that's a change we made. So that's fine. Now we can quickly go to the load balancer part. Okay, so we successfully created 2 machines. And here left side, you can see load balancer. Click on load balancer. Create load balancer. So different types of load balancer are offered by AWS. Application load balancer, network load balancer, gateway load balancer, client one, classic load balancer also here. See. So as per the requirement, we need to select corresponding load balancer. Most probably we configuring application level load balancer. Okay. So just click create. And first we need to define the name for the load balancer. First will be typing. And the scheme, 2 type scheme there, internal facing and internal. We can also configure load balancer for internal routing as well, okay, for private network. So this load balancer that is for the facing internet, okay. So we need to define internal facing. Then load balancer IP address, we can go with the IPv4. As per the requirement, we can define corresponding name, okay. By default, we can go with the IPv4. Then coming to network mapping, okay, here we need to define the VPC. So select the VPC. And whenever we selecting VPC, we need to define 2 availability zones, okay. So we need to define 1 and 2. And ensure that we need to select 2 available zones and 2 subnet, okay. That 2 subnets belongs to different available zones. And that both subnets have internet access also. So in this case, we have 2 subnet, okay, in the same VPC. One is private actually, so that is not taken. See, subnet does not have a route to an internet gateway. So that's we can, in this case, we can create a separate subnet under the same VPC and make the subnet public, okay. That is belongs to another available zone as well, okay. Or else I'm going to make this private subnet to public. For that, go to a VPC. And go to the subnet. And here you can see the subnet right there. So this is a subnet, private subnet. Select the subnet. And we need to go to the root table, okay. Or else a quick process is we can just go to the subnet once again. And we have a private subnet there, right? So this is our private subnet. So here we need to select the private subnet and go to the private subnet root table. And we can quickly open the private subnet root table. This is a private subnet root table, okay. So here we can see we already created an internet gateway, right? One root there that is pointing to internet gateway. So just to go to subnet association and add those subnet, okay. The private subnet, that's fine. Save association. So what are the features in this row table will affecting that second private subnet also. Now that private subnet is not belongs private, okay. It's public actually. So now back here. Refresh. Yeah, now it's sorted. See, we selected 2 machines, 2 subnet and 2 subnet is in different available zone. One is AZ1 and another one is AZ2. That's fine. Then the next thing is we need to define one of the security group. I will go with the security group that belongs to the machine. Okay, all are fine, but in that case I opened the port number, so I will select. Taking the machine security group name and mention there. Okay, that's fine. So that is launch episode something 67, I think. Yeah, 79. This is the one, okay. So I select the security group. Then listening and routing. Okay, here we need to define it is HTTP or HTTPS. If it is HTTPS, we need to define here. In our case, it's HTTP. Only 80. We need to define the port number 80. Okay, for that case. And here the default action. Okay, this is a routing path actually. Listening port is 80 and the routing where actually the targeted machines are belongs. Okay, so that we need to define here under the target group. So here we drop down. There is no group there. So we need to create a separate target group to include those missions and attach the group here.
Don't go and sleep. Why are you going to sleep? To sleep. Stay with your little brother. You're going to sleep. Who will take care of him?
Okay, so this is the configuration part of the security group. Sorry, target group. So this target group is for instance. Okay, so we need to keep some instances. So as per the requirement, we need to define corresponding configuration. Then the target group name we need to define. I'm typing something like LB test. And here also we need to define the port number, okay, HTTP or any other TCP or UDP like that. So now we can go with the HTTP since this is a web application. And see the VPC for the target group. That is same VPC. And the protocol version, we can go with HTTP 1, the default one. And the health check, okay. Actually, the target group will continuously checking our machine's health check, okay. Health check means some path we can define here, okay. So if we provide the root path, that's fine. Otherwise, if we have a specific path, then we can define the path. So the health check will continuously monitoring from the target group to those missions. Okay, I will go with the root path. That's fine. Now next. Here actually we didn't complete the target group creation. Okay. Here we need to add or registering the target. So we need to register. In this VPC, only 2 missions are there. That's why those missions listed here. So we need to select 2 missions and include at pending, okay, below. So see, now it's reviewing target. Okay, that's fine. Now we can create target group. So it will take some time to creating, checking the health check, a lot of things the target group will do. Target group not configure for the same traffic. Okay. Then now we need to add that group here. Let's drop down. We can see the target group that we created. See, listed. Click that. Yep, that's fine. Rest of them. Create load balancer. It will take some time to creating a load balancer. Okay, see the status is under provision. So it will take 2 to 3 or 5 minutes to change the status to available. So meantime, we can check the target group status as well. Okay.
I had one question.
The target is registering in progress. Yes, Samar.
There are 2 EC2 machines that are in the public subnet, right? And the load balancer has to be in that same public subnet
Yes.
for it to work, right? Yeah. So it's part of the same subnet. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
See, till now it's a process. I mean, status is under provisioning. So here you can see the DNS name for the load balancer. So this is a DNS name that we use for accessing our application. This is the one, okay. After available, we can use that link. Otherwise, we can't see the application. Yeah, here from the help part, okay, the target group, everything seems fine. See, we added 2 targets, okay, 2 machines we added, and both machines seems healthy, and everything is good. See, the load balancer status is active now. Now we can try to access our application. Just to copy the DNS name and open a browser and paste it here. Hit enter. Yes, application is accessible. Okay, in my incognito window. So this some issues are there. I will share my incognito. See, you can see. So this is the application we accessing our application using the load balancer DNS. So this is actually whenever I'm typing the address of my application, okay, I mean this URL and hit enter, that means from this machine, okay, from this client machine, there is a request that hitting our load balancer, okay, this is a load balancer URL, and the load balancer will taking the application detail from the virtual machine 2. So whenever I try to reload this, that means it's create another request, okay. So you can see it's routing how the application machines the load balancer will be switching, okay. So I'm refreshing. See, when I'm refreshing, you can see it's changing. The machine is now be pointing to 0, 1. That means the second EC2 machine. Sorry, the first EC2 machine, okay. So I'm refreshing. Now it's pointing to 2. Now 1. Now 2. So this is the way it's switching. Got it. So in real world scenario, we keeping same application actually. In this case, I will show you how this switching, okay? That's why I keeping 2 different application code. So this is the way we creating load balancer and pointing to our target machines. So anyone have any doubt?
Do the 2 machines have different URLs, the different IP addresses?
Yeah, different IP addresses. But in this case, we configure the load balancer in front of the machines, right? In those machines.
So the IP address of the load balancer is what is
Yeah, this is a DNS actually. DNS name given by the load balancer.
okay.
Anyone have any doubt?
No doubt, for me at least.
So we can configure everything through code too, right?
Right. You mean Terraform, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Terraform,
can.
cloud formation, anything.
Yeah, we can automate the same process.
Okay.
Then we can wind up, right? Today's section.
Sure.
Okay. Then we can connect tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the class. Have a good night, everybody. Good morning, Tawfiq sir. Bye.
Bye all.
Bye.
Hi, Bang. Are you there?